Before we start, I want you to go and subscribe because we are only 10 subscribers away from hitting 1,000. That would be like a really great achievement for me and I would appreciate it. And as you can tell from my voice, I have been sick and I have been in my bed. And you know when you're sick and in the bed and you start like being high and thinking about stuff? That's when I got an idea. Let me think of changes that could make Lost Ark great again if it ever was great in the first place. And I came up with some ideas. So let's start with the first change and the first idea. It's more like a fix. Just fix the damn disconnects. It's been a month already. Like, how is it a month and you haven't figured out the problem yet? Like, you haven't figured out what's causing the disconnects. Is it the bots? Just let them play. I'm not greedy anymore. I used to say I want to get rid of the bots. Just let the bots play. If it's going to cause me to disconnect mid-raid, I want the bots to play. Just let me play my damn game. And the second one, and this one I think would make existing players play more and make uh, people who quit or old players return to the game. And it's basically a class change ticket. I hope we get that in the future. But imagine if you can just change your class with a ticket. That would be amazing. Because a lot of players have played their main for a while and they absolutely hate it now. So imagine if they can just keep the I-11 and change to a whole new class. You keep the gems, you keep everything basically, you just change the class. And all you have to do is sell your old accessories and buy new accessories for that class and get a new ability stone. So imagine that would be absolutely amazing. Like I really hope we get that change in the future. And another change that hopefully we get in the future is basically give people more stuff to do or other ways to enjoy the game because at the moment if you think about it it's just the same repetitive stuff and your end goal is just like your character progress. Like you do your dailies, your weeklies, your raids for like one purpose and one purpose only is to get gold, hone, buy accessories, buy gems, and keep progressing that way. Like you can't play the game another way. That's the only way to play the game at the moment. And I think that's wrong. So imagine if players had for example, the chance to do other stuff like specific jobs. Let's say you can design skins and sell them. Let's say dyed skins are tradable and you have better skin modding options. For example, this. Let's say you had better options to design them, you can be like a famous designer in your own community and sell a load of designed skins, for example. Or, for example, be a famous, what is it called, logger, like whoever does the logging, I don't know, but be famous for a specific life skill, for example. And one of the best at this part is, for example, BDO or Black Desert. They literally have not only tools for life skill, but specific gear for life skill. So you know how we have for example gear only for raids? In Black Desert they have gear even for life skill and you can master one specific life skill and that can help you either triple or quadruple the mats you can get from that life skill or get some really rare drops that only you can get because you mastered that life skill, for example. So this is what I want them to focus on as well. Imagine if we can just get stuff to do beside Legion raids, daily chaos dungeons, raid, blah blah blah. That would be absolutely huge. And another change that I think we really need at this moment is make catch-up mechanic for new players or returning players better. Because at the moment, new player experience is absolutely terrible. Like the developers have removed gold sources for new characters to fight against the bots, but they also ruined new player experience too. And they didn't compensate that with anything. Like I can give you some ideas. Like give them, for example, 20 legendary class books that are untradeable, so they can at least finish their main class books without having to like grind for it from scratch. Especially since they didn't get the same advantage as us in the beginning. Just like give them better catching up mechanics. Like a damage reduction buff, like the Mokoko buff, is completely useless if you can't even finish your accessories, if you can't even finish uh, like your books or your character progress. And the last change I'm going to talk about is busing experience. I don't know what the developers think about busing culture, but I already know that there are some players that hate busing and want like developers to get rid of busing. However, I'm like on the other hand, I bus myself and I would like better busing experience actually, not it being removed. For example, imagine if instead of having to go and make a lobby and like write the price and stuff like that, there is a separate section for busing, and all you need to do is make the bus lobby, and players will pay upfront, and you don't get the payment unless you finish the raid. So, for example, they do pay at the start, and you have to get the to finish the raid and clear it to actually get your payment. So no one would be scammed, and one of the most key changes would be if they can just leave their character there and they don't have to stay and watch. For example, they can just buy a bus for that alt and log out and go to their main and do something on their main, and they can just log in back to that alt whenever they can and check if the buzzer did clear the raid or not. That would be absolutely amazing. And I think it would make a lot of players care more about their alts because it's at some point, let's be honest, it gets overwhelming. I play it daily and they can't finish like raids on every single alt. So imagine if I can just log into all my alts and buy a bus for all of them, and it will take me like, for example, say 10 minutes, and all I have to do is just like go to my main and focus on my main and spend my week learning Belshazzar, for example. I don't need to care about my alts not finishing their raids. So tell me what you think of in the comments. Do you think I'm high and I need to go get some rest in? Or do you think that my ideas actually deserve some consideration? And see ya for now.